How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Now, as you may notice, this video is a bit scuffed. There's no webcam, there is none of that stuff. Actually, I do have a webcam, but you guys will see that it's not really the most perfect thing in the world if I pop it up here. As you may notice, yeah, it's horrible. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually in Italy right now. We're in Milan. So far, I'm going to be honest, it's been a little bit of a scuffed trip so far. The streets have been really scary. There's been a lot of weird people on the streets. I've been freaked out. I don't know what to say, man. I'm here actually with my home dog and my siblings. So yeah, either way, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the Pokemon stuff. So while I have been on the airplane coming here, there actually has been a few things that have popped up. And one of the things, as you see on the screen here, has been this Hoot Hoot Galarian form. Now, this was basically popping up on the French Pokemon Sword and Shield website, apparently. Now, of course, you gotta understand one thing first of all, you really need to understand one big thing, and that is that this is not guaranteed to be real. Sure, it looks very realistic, and there is actually something that connects really well to it, which I'm going to take a look at in a second, which was in the previous trailer, which actually references a Hoot Hoot that looks like this, but you also need to know who was the individual who posted this. Now, let me explain that. So let's get into the actual rumor here, starting off from that first point there, which is that this is a post and just like a rumor that was made by, or rather, not a rumor, but this actual post and this image was first shared by your boy Devil D-Man. Now, if you guys don't know who Devil D-Man is, he is a Fakemon creator that you can find on DeviantArt and as well as on Instagram, and he's kind of known for doing a little bit of a fake during the Sun and Moon era. Sorry, not Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield era now. He actually made one of the fake evolutions that was, kind of considered to be real for a long time, or at least a lot of people thought it would be real, that showed up all over the place. And that one in particular, right, that specific rumor, that image or whatever was made by him. He even showed later on how he made it, but he tried to make it seem like he wasn't the one involved with it, right? And now all of a sudden this another thing kind of pops up from this same guy, but it's an image and it's from the whole website and it looks like it's realistic and whatnot. Now, please understand one thing, guys. It's most likely fake. I'll be honest. I think it's most likely fake for one simple reason. It just seems so unlikely that this would be like an actual thing that would accidentally leak on their website. Two, also, it's being posted and shared by an individual who's known. And I love Devil D-Man, by the way. It's always fun when he does these sort of things. It's all it's all in good spirit. It's not meant to be like anything malicious or anything like that. So, that's the kind of general intention that's meant here. It's not meant to be something evil or bad or this horrible thing. It's just meant to be a little bit of as a joke and whatnot, which is totally reasonable. Not a big problem, not an issue whatsoever in my opinion, but most likely is fake. Now, a lot of people think this is real due to a simple reason, and I'm actually going to show you guys what we're talking about here. So this actual image here popped up. So this is what we saw in the trailer. As you will notice, this is like a bookshop, right? And outside the bookshop here, you actually have two logos, which look exactly the same, and it's of a Hoot Hoot with a book on its head. Now, if we look at the actual image here that showed up on the page, it looks just like that. Now, I'm going to be honest, if this looks very realistic, the art style, the actual line work and stuff, looks so reminiscent to this new kind of style they're doing for the Pokemon games. It's very, very similar to that. I've got to be honest and say, it's really akin to that style. It definitely doesn't seem like it's too far off one way or another. It just seems like it perfectly matches with what we have right here. It just makes sense. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. It simply makes sense. If you look at the two, they, like this, there's a clear connection, right? It's a Hoot Hoot, but then you gotta remember something, right? If this image here is fake, if this one is fake, then all this right here is referencing to the fact that usually owls, the animal, the owl, usually is connected and, kind of used as kind of a symbol for book reading, right? For bookworms and people who read books. So just it's just like an animal that fits well with that. And I'm seeing that kind of motif in the past. So just in that sense, please keep that in mind when you are looking at this, because that should give you a little bit of an indication that, maybe that's not what the deal is here. Maybe this isn't real, but honestly, who knows? Right now, there are a few things pointing towards it being fake. One, we've seen a similar thing like this before on the website, which people, a guy put together. The art style was really, really good. It was like a shell Pokemon, it was some sort of weird shell Pokemon that was hiding in its shell. You can only see its eyes and the black void of its shell, which looked really cool, really good. Art style was the same, and even the background bar, which you can see right here. If you look at the Hoot Hoot, it has actually that circular design right behind. You see the circle behind it with the squares and stuff. The design we actually saw had kind of a similar looking thing going on, so it would match in on the website with everything else. So understand that we've had fakes already in this kind of style or concept or whatever you want to refer to it as. We've already kind of had that. So that should be enough to tell you that you shouldn't just like blatantly trust it straight away. Give it some time, think about it a bit more, you know, go through it in your mind before you 100%, you know, assume it's one thing or another. So I don't know, man. It's a very strange rumor, I will say, though. It's interesting, to say the least. It really is interesting, to say the least. But, I don't know, man. I'd love to know your opinions on this, though, guys, because it is quite an interesting rumor. And I will say, though, if you guys are watching this video right now, please drop a like, because this is the most scuffed video you'll ever see from me. Like, this is genuinely one of the most scuffed things, dude. I'm sitting in a random hotel right now. I feel broke. I'm tired. I'm sad. I don't know what to do. I'm lost, man. But hopefully, we'll have a good time. There's a lot of things we plan to do, so hopefully we don't get robbed or anything like that. But yeah, now next thing I want to show to you guys here is this right here. So this is a rumor that popped up that I thought would be fun to cover. It's a pretty chunky rumor, if I'm going to be honest, so we're going to go through it one step at a time. It's, like I said, you know, very chunky, very big. It's a lot of information in it, so I thought we'd go through it and just cover it, because I was thinking about covering this later on during the week, but I thought maybe it's better just get it out of the way today and just, you know, get it done, not think too much about it, and just get it out of the way. So let's start with this rumor and go through it and see what it has to offer. So first things first, Marnie is a rising star of gym battles who you watch beat Mailloux at the beginning. It's later revealed she's the princess of the royal family. Now, we've heard this kind of like idea of her being like some sort of royal in the past, which honestly makes sense as kind of a plot device. It doesn't seem too far off. Think about it. We're going to a region that is based on the UK. The UK still has a monarchy, by the way. Like, not a monarchy that like rules the country through and through, but still has a huge impact on the country no matter what way you twist it, right? The Queen's still around, man. I mean, hey, she's keeping her like health better than like us young people. But my point is that, generally speaking, she is, you know, still alive. There's still a monarchy there, and if the Galar region is based on the UK, which it is, there's no denying that, we already know that, doesn't that make a lot of sense then for them to be kind of making a weird connection, you know, to the monarchies and stuff of this region? So who knows? Now, who wishes to live a normal trainer life and rebelled against her mother. She uses a weak form of the legendary Meteodyna. Now, this again, very similar to another rumor we've seen. Very similar. Like, honestly, ridiculously similar to another rumor we've seen, guys. Because the other rumor that I'm thinking of was one that basically said almost the same piece of information. And this seems like, think about this for a minute, right? Doesn't it sound very reminiscent of something else, guys? Think about it, right? It sounds like random girl, doesn't like her mother, right? And has a strange, weird little Pokemon with her. This literally sounds like Sun and Moon, right? You have Lily being like Marnie here, with a Pokemon, like small Pokemon, right? Meteodyna or Cosmog, right? Or Nebby, rather. And then eventually, you know, rebelling against the you know, her mother, vice versa. It seems like way too reminiscent, I will say. Way too reminiscent. Now, we continue down here, so, but basically, that would be one of the, I guess, against, you know, going to be using Meteodyna against the box legendaries or whatever. Now, Team Yell are crazy fans led by an admin named, Sealand, and are obsessed with Bonnie. The whole thing is a front for the leader, Narella, who wants to, let's see what this says right here, who wants to capture Meteodyna to summon the box legendaries, to reveal that she has good intentions and only wants to, let's see if we can read this in a bit of a better manner, because honestly it's making it really hard. Now, it's revealed that she has good intentions and only wants to summon the Guardian of Galar to defeat Eternatus. Now, Eternatus is the true main legendary antagonist of the game. It was the origin for the Dynamax and Gigantamax phenomenon, alright, that seems pretty reasonable, and spread havoc across the region long ago. The box legendary defeated them and sealed them away. However, it was reawakened if large instances of Dynamaxing occur. Post-game has Tidal Defense returned from Sun and Moon. You have access. You can access a second wild area, the Battle Wheel and Battle Clock. Looker missions also returned. Now, we've heard this again in another rumor as well. Dex is around 600 Pokemon. Not many new Pokemon. Some include a Ghost Umbrella, a Fire Steel Thorn Lizard, a Fairy Poison Cat, and an Alien that evolves depending if you switch your switch is docked or not. Now, I've heard this again before. This is literally a rumor that I actually think I've read before, but it's been a little bit reworked. Not many new Pokemon. Some include a Ghost. Okay, we just read that twice. Regional evolutions is where certain Pokemon can evolve in a specific region. Some Pokemon that get Galarian evolutions include Farfetch'd, Meowth, Arbok, Weezing. However, some evolutions such as Magnezone, Rhyperior, and Persian cannot happen. Alright, Eevee gets a Dragon and Steel regional evolution. there are around 20 Gigantamax forms, some Pokemon include Galar starters, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, this is a rumor we've kind of read through before. It's just like slightly different. It's just slightly different from the other one. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the general gist of it though. Now the first rumor, of course, is the most interesting part. This is definitely the one that has the most value and honestly could be real. It is very hard to determine, but do make sure to notice two things, right? We've had a similar leak like this, quote unquote, or not even leak, just a rumor like this, which was proven fake by the person who made it. Like, it was proven fake, and the person who, you know, shared this first was a individual who is really good at making artworks that look legitimate, right? Second, has made artworks that look legitimate and tried to trick us in the past. And on top of that, it's an individual that, you know, seems to have fun with these sort of like fake leaks, which is totally fine. I love Devil Demon, man. He's a great artist. I've featured his work before, so hey, if he's just trolling us, he's trolling us. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe. And boys, just for the scuffed stream, okay? Well, sorry, not stream, but video. Just for the scuffed video, please, just for the love of God, please drop a like down below. Just please, because I don't know, man. I feel bad, dude. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, have this great day, and bye-bye. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Peace.